Welcome back, citizens, and thank you for watching. We'd like to thank all of our patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for your support. If you enjoy our content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button to help the channel grow. In today's episode, we'll be visiting the Virgil System and learning about its planets, features of interest, history, and lore. And that episode starts right now. The Virgil System is a medium single-star system within the Vandul territory. It consists of an orange dwarf star, 3 planets, an asteroid belt, and 5 jump points within its 16 AU boundaries. The jump points connect the Virgil System to the Kellogg System through a medium jump point, the Nix System through a medium jump point, the Oberon System through a large jump point, the Tiber System through a large jump point, and the Vega System through a large jump point. Due to being in a military conflict with the UEE, the system is declared as military classified. Once a shining star of humanity's expansion, the system's main economic and social hub was Virgil I, which was quickly transformed and colonized with the help from the government-funded Project Far Star. After Tiber fell, the UEE military hastily retreated into Virgil and tried to mount a defense to stop the Vandul advance, but the unrelenting raiders quickly overwhelmed them. Millions of civilians died as the UEE fled the system, leaving it in the hands of the Vandul ever since. The Virgil System was discovered entirely by chance in 2412. Famed astrophotographer Alain Victus was conducting a deep field survey roughly half an astronomical unit past the Vega System's cometary cloud. Victus had powered down his survey's runabout's thrusters to capture a maximum scan resolution. Upon attempting to activate his highly specialized stellar camera, he found it unable to lock. After running a diagnostic, he discovered that his ship was suffering from subtle gravitational shifts that were preventing the camera from focusing. Victus turned on his scanners to take a look for the source of the disturbance and discovered that he was almost right on top of an uncharted jump point. General amazement over Victus's incredible luck quickly turned into an unequaled passion for expanding space exploration. The K-type main sequence star was named Virgil after Victus's love of the ancient poet, and the system's discovery inspired further exploration of the Vega System, as well as prospecting this new one. Within 10 years, Virgil had become a verdant, thriving human colony, and inside of a century, it was considered a surefire choice for formal UNE representation. The rapid colonization of Virgil led to Project Far Star, the government-funded march outward into the area of space now unlocked with Virgil's discovery. Then, as rapidly as it began, the situation reversed. The discovery of the Vandul in 2681 and the onslaught of their increasingly devastating raids brought Far Star and westward galactic expansion to a full stop. Humanity was shocked by the complete fall and subsequent UEE abandonment of Orion. Virgil changed into a military outpost overnight, with entire fleets now operating out of the formerly quiet colony to reinforce the front line in Tiber. After the prolonged and bloody siege of Tiber, the Navy collapsed into full retreat and was unable to organize a secondary line as the Vandul pushed relentlessly forward. Whereas the Vandul had not pursued UEE forces after Orion fell, this clan refused to let up their attack and chased the routed fleet. The Vandul showed no mercy to the system, slaughtering military personnel and civilians wholesale. Virgil I's idyllic biosphere was reduced to permanent clouds of ash, and some 200 years of human expansion were erased from history. Several transports escaped the carnage, protected by interceptors from the famed Squadron 214. Given the chance to escape the system with the transports they had saved, every member of the squadron chose to return to Virgil I in an attempt to rescue more civilians. In the ensuing years, Virgil had been visited by a number of reconnaissance in-force missions until a network of surveillance buoys were covertly established by the Empire in 2790 to provide early warning of Vandal clans entering the system. There is a famous photograph taken on Virgil I. It shows the charred remnants of an Imperial customs house, wrecked white pillars framing a smoky coal-black sky. A cracked signboard lies to the right of the image. Its original proclamation of exports having the word death crudely scrawled under it. This image, along with various artists' interpretations thereof, has appeared on UEE recruiting posters decrying the Vandal threat for over a century. Years earlier, the first planet in the Virgil System was the United Nations of Earth's poster child for terraformation. If ever a world seemed custom designed to support an easy transition to human habitation, it was Virgil. The planet's soil was found to contain super nutrients that would allow imported human vegetation to thrive quickly. In a matter of years, the planet's atmosphere had been equalized to Earth standards. Initially covered in swathes of lush tropical forest and seemingly endless plains, Virgil I quickly became a high productive ag world and an exotic tourist destination. With the military buildup, the tenor of Virgil I society changed, but the natural beauty remained. Antimatter stockpiles and spacecraft repair facilities stood naturally beside the massive trees that largely encircled the planet's tropical and temperate regions. Apparently viewing the target as a reward for their hard-fought victory in the Tiber system, the Vandal ransacked Virgil I with a ferocity previously unseen. Despite the lack of fortifications, few of the Empire's units had dug in, expecting the fleet at Tiber would be enough to keep the enemy away. The Vandal pulverized the planet with catastrophic bombing raids that seemed intended more to establish their cruelty than to accomplish any particular strategic goal. Hundreds of thousands of humans died in the attack, either killed by the bombing raids or turned apart by the harvesters launched onto the still populated planet. Today, Virgil is visited rarely. The atmosphere is poisonous, with enough ash kicked up by the bombings to leave the world in a state of permanent nuclear winter. Published reports of UEE spy expeditions have detailed the state of the planet, a harvested wasteland occasionally interspread with the haunted skeletons of the titanic trees that once inspired awe and wonder. Those who observe this unique hellscape are forced to ask themselves whether the Vandal intentionally left them as reminders of the planet's past. The Virgil system contains 2 other worlds and an asteroid field, none of which have been significantly explored. Virgil II is an uninhabitable smog planet with few worthwhile natural resources. Like Virgil I today, Virgil II's surface is completely blocked by the natural layer of smog. Military reports have noted that the Vandal pay Virgil II an especially wide berth, although the reasoning for this is unknown. A moderate resolution asteroid field separates the second and third planets. Deposits of iron and titanium have been identified here, but never in sufficient quantities to establish mining operations during the system's human habitation. The final planet in the system, Virgil III, is an ice giant. This churning ball of water, ammonia, and methane would have ultimately been used as a source for all 3 should the system have been further developed. The Virgil system is classified by the United Empire of Earth as a Vandal system. Traveling to this system is seriously discouraged.
Well, that's the Virgil system. Thanks for watching. More systems will be coming soon. We'll see you in the verse, and happy mining!